welcome back. So I wanted to show you how to create an obsession spell using three simple ingredients. We're going to use my obsession oil, we're going to use my obsession powder, and we're going to use knotweed. You want to use a pink candle. Pink is the best color to go. Now, if you don't have pink, generally white is something that you can go to, but I feel like red is a color that's off, and red just doesn't combine with the things that I want to do. Now, for most of you, you may already have the supplies, so it'll be quick and easy. And whenever you purchase a candle from me, my obsession candles, they do come dressed. And if you ask me to write a petition on it, or the name of the person that you want to draw in, I'll do that for you as well. Now, the reason I want to create my obsession videos is because I want to let you guys know like what it entails when you do work an obsession spell. So one of my subscribers, she asked, is it okay for her to put her own personal concerns into that, and or to petition it towards herself, to where I want you to be obsessed with me? And she wanted to add in a lot more of herself into that obsession spell. And I want to say no. You are the one working the person, and you are the one that is going to get the attention drawn back when it comes to the obsession from the male or the female that you're going to work. But never in any instance, in any situation, do you want to put your personal concerns into that jar, because then you're going to start to feel the feelings of obsession, and it can also work negatively. It can actually backfire on your behalf, into which where you're now obsessed. You now have picked up more of the energy and the feelings that you've been putting into that spell all on you. Your name goes on to the petition, and the petition only. You write down every single thing you want John Doe to do, to be mentally, physically, and emotionally obsessed with you. You don't need to entail anything like chili peppers. Chili peppers don't go. Any kind of peppers, any kind of heat when it comes to obsession is a big no-no. So you want to make sure that you're using the correct herbs, and you want to make sure you're using the correct oil, and you want to make sure that you're working this spell in the right way. Because when you do work an obsession spell, there are situations to which many of you will work on a lover that's already crazy, mentally dysfunctional. And I'll tell you, don't work an obsession on that person, because it will never go in your favor. Working an obsession on a lover that you have had a relationship with, things have gone possibly in the direction where you don't want them to go, and you possibly feel like, you know what, I want him to feel the way I felt. I want him now to feel obsessed with me. I want him to want me more. I want him to call me more. I want him to need me more. I want her to be all over me as I was with her. Now, generally, most of you are still in relations with these people that you are working spells with. If it is a person that you don't speak to, haven't talked to in 5 years, you do not want to work an obsession spell on them. You don't know what their prior or current situation is for you to go and send a spell to obsess them 100% to you. Now, generally, anybody working a spell isn't going to get the results as everybody else will. Everybody's going to entail their own results when it comes to obsession. But I want to be honest with you, as I always am in every single video. So many of you working this spell don't have any power, you don't have any energy, because you don't have any magic. So of course, you're going to work a spell and it's not going to move anywhere for you, because you don't have that power. So having that understanding going into many spells is going to help you. Because I do see comments where you tell me, oh, I watched this lady, she told me that I can do it. I watched this guy, he said I have the power, and I've been doing it, and I'm doing. You can't go upon that. You need to get a reading to see if you have energy, to see if you have power. And you're going to know if your spells are working, because you're going to see action. You're going to see some kind of movement. You're going to feel some type of changes. Obsession spells take their time. They're not overnight. They're not going to happen next week. So you'll see them gradually pulling in within a certain time frame. You'll see some small changes happening gradually within 30 days, but that's going to also depend on how much you've worked and put into that spell. One candle is not going to change that person. So I recommend you doing like a 21-day spell, or doing like a 7-day spell, where you lightly work with the obsessive products and combine them into your ritual. So you can do a come to me spell, and you'll add a little bit of obsession oil, a few drops, and then you'll add a little bit of obsession herbs, and then you do like spells with steady love, and you'll add a little bit of the obsession powder. Like you're little by little adding in that energy into it before you fully go into the full force of working on obsession, because there are people that you do not want to be obsessed with you. They're going to stalk you. Let me tell you carefully. An obsession spell is going to create more energy into that person, looking for you, wanting you, and needing you, above the time and the needs that you can actually give into them. So you may be busy. You may not be able to go outside. You may not be able to do the things that they want you to do, but they're not going to take no for an answer. So make sure with the right mind that you're working each and every spell because you need to. You guys still have a relationship, but you want him to be up on you a little bit more. What I recommend really is to work obsession spells with individuals that you have relationships with, that you want more of their time and energy from. You want them to show more emotions. It's there, but they don't want to show it to you. They're shy. They're acting like they don't want to chase you. They're acting like they don't want to do the things that you know they're fully well capable of doing. Because you've heard stories of their exes. You know they've given chase. You know they have the time. But you want them to make sure they make the time for you. Get a reading overall to make sure that it is going in the right direction if you do work it. And if you see that it's not going to go in the right direction, then don't do it. Because many people will tell you, yeah, work an obsession spell, work an obsession spell. And then you got a batshit crazy motherfucker all over you, and you can't shake them off. Have they told you how to break that spell? Have they told you what to do when things doesn't work out in your way and in your favor? Have they broken it down and told you of all the things that you need to do to help yourself, to protect yourself when you go and work a crazy spell? I'm pretty sure they haven't. In all my videos, I direct you on what to do and what not to do. And if you've built up the energy and the power to work in this, then you should know carefully how to remove it as well. How to stop them, how to block them, and how to clear yourself out of situations to where you've drawn in a crazy ass motherfucker into your life. Let's get into the spell. So we're going to need a pink candle. Okay, you're going to need a petition. The petition is going to entail his or her name. I want you to mentally, physically, and emotionally be drawn to me on an obsessive and in an obsessive way. I want you to want me. I want you to need me. I want you to go above and beyond what you've actually been doing for me. I want you to give me that 200%. I want you to call me all the time. I want more texts. Ask for the things that you want more of. You want them to be more obsessive texting you, then ask for that. You can entail just that. It can be a spell just detailed for them obsessively getting in contact with you, messaging you online. It could be you could work a spell too as well to get obsessive emotions and feelings. Because as much sometimes as you can work somebody, you're gonna get certain people that they're not able to show you that 1000%, but in certain areas you can pull it out of them. So you may be dealing with a lover that doesn't communicate and talk that much, but he texts a lot of shit. And it's like a totally different person when he's texting. But when in reality, when you're in front of him, he's a different person. You know what I'm saying? Or you may get a female that when it comes to texting, she's really shy. But when you're out with her, she's a fucking lunatic. So you're going to get all different types of people. Just make sure the person and the people you're drawn to you is something you can handle. And like I said, no hot pepper, no spices, no pepper doesn't go in love spells. You don't want to put hot peppers and stuff like that into it because it's not going to make him hot for you in any instance, in any way. Okay, so you get a petition. You use like a small paper like this. You'll put it underneath the candle to be obsessed with you on this level, on that level, to want you more, to need you, to mentally, to show forth how they really feel with obsessive actions. Okay? Then you're going to use my obsession powder. Handmade, of course. Everything I do is handmade. You're going to use some knotweed. The knotweed is going to help him and her to cling to you more. So when you're looking for, I need to have more of this person around, I need to see them more, it's going to tie them up in a way to the emotions that you really want. And you need some obsession oil. Those are the 3 things you need. I'm going to dress this candle. I'm not going to really write out a petition, but I'll put some paper on it to help you guys get an idea of what it's going to look like. And I'll be back. So I've dressed it. I've placed the petition under there. I've told you what to write the petition on. Knotweed all over that candle. as well as a bit. I used a spoonful of the obsession powder to go just around the front of it. Now, when you work a candle like this, I'll tell you work it in increments. Okay, so even if you're going to start for 7 days to begin, you're gonna say, you know what, I'll do 3 sessions of obsession over this person, which is totally normal. You can do that. So you can do 7 days from the new moon, okay, and you can start working your spell, say your chant and your prayer for the things that you want, which should be entailed and written on that petition. Use the same thing. It's pretty simple. It'll help you as well as you grow and progress. And if you're a new witch, write something simple. 1 to 2 sentences. You don't need a novel. You don't need a love story. His first name, his last name, his date of birth. Please do not ask me, what if I don't know his name? If you don't know his name, you should not be working on spell on him. You should not be working on spell on him. You should not be trying to obsess with him because you don't even know his name. So if you don't know his name, you don't know his date of birth, and you're like, oh, but I know his mother, oh, I know his sister. No, you need to leave him alone. That's what you need to do. You do not need to work a spell on somebody you do not know. If you have a picture, yes, you can use that. But let me tell you this, working with photos sometimes doesn't guarantee that this energy and the spell is going to actually work for you. Because some of you just don't have it in you. And some of you figure, oh, if I work with a picture, it's going to automatically give me results. No. You can have the hair, you can have a whole toe, you can have a picture, and guess what? You can work all of that. That doesn't mean that that spell is generally going to work for you. Personal concerns are excellent when it comes to certain spells and like mojo bags and jars and situations and whatnot, but it doesn't necessarily mean if you have it, it's going to work. Many spells can be worked without it. So use your imagination. Make it as broad as you can, as possible. Dress your items. Pray over them. Sage. You can light your sage. You can chant. You can dim the light. You can wait until nighttime when he is sleeping, which is best to work an obsession spell where you can get into their mind, into their thoughts. And you can wait to work on a Wednesday, which is the day of communication. And that'll help you to get messages. That'll help you to mentally get inside. That'll help you to get the insight as well, and the wisdom needed when you are working spells. Wednesday is a wonderful and a great day. Overall, if you don't want to do it on Wednesday, then go ahead. Start it on any day of the new moon, and or go ahead and start on a Friday. Do what works for you and what's best. But generally, in my opinion, Wednesdays and Fridays and during the new moon phases is a great time to work in a obsession spell. You want to know what you're doing. Make sure you've covered every single thing when it comes to obsessing. Okay? You do 7 days. You do 15 days. You do 15 minutes each candle session. 15 minutes, snuff it out. You do it again the next day. 15 minutes, snuff it out. You do it again the next day. So you'll generally possibly go through 3 jumbo candles. Or 3 super candles. Because if you're going to snuff them every 15 minutes... You know, you want to read the wax, take pictures. You want to see what's happening. You want to see the flow of it. I discuss different things like that throughout my time here on YouTube, where I talk about candle reading and waxes and different stuff like that. So by now, if you're up to date with my videos, you should know a lot about that by now. Working an obsession spell is not generally for every single person. You may need to, connect more energy over them. And, you may need to work some come to me. Some attraction, some love messenger. You may need to send certain energy to them before you start trying to overpower them and control them. And this is an obsession spell. It's not a spell to where you want to compel them and control them and manipulate them. You can't do all of that. You can't put all of that into a candle and a spell. You can't do the obsession and reconcile. No, that's too much. Work it exactly as I told you. You got your knotweed, you got your obsession powder. You want to keep it simple. Please, no sugar and spice. No, don't put anything hot on this. If you're gonna start seasoning it up like it's some chicken and start putting paprika and all different types of stuff on it, I cannot help you when you mess up your spells. My videos are to help you work your spells at home. My videos are to help my clients, my customers, my subscribers to know how to work the products that they purchase from me. But if you are purchasing items and you are messing them up, do not expect me to be able to help you fix it if you couldn't simply listen, follow directions, and do as you're being told. Working it in one night, that doesn't mean you're going to get quicker results. Nope, not at all. So take your time. You do 3 sessions. You do 1 week, 7 days. Next, you give yourself a break, cleanse, do some attraction work on yourself, go back in again. Use a glass candle. 7 days. 3rd session, go back in again. Use a skull. 7 days. So each time you've worked the same spell but different items. Same petition can be used over and over. And what you do with the remains for the candle wax and stuff like that, you wrap it up and you keep it on your altar. It's to obsess this person, so you want to keep that stuff, especially if you've got a little bit of their hair, toenails, and different things like that. You keep that. You tie it up and you keep it. It can go on your love altar if it is an altar just specifically for this person. Now remember, you're obsessing them. So be careful whom you're obsessing. Obsession is not going to make him fall in love with you, but it can possibly bring forth the energy so strong that they feel needy. They feel like clingy to you. They feel like they gotta have you. But they didn't put anything when it comes to love into you. Just the fact that they want you and need you is all they're going to go after. So be careful. It could go good. It could go bad. I'm always honest when I work my spells because I want you to know what to do and what type of results that you can get. And if you need to purchase anything, you can go to my shop. It's going to roll across here a few times. My email address, my Instagram, my Facebook. Like, subscribe, and stay blessed.